The other thing that we have that's generated a lot of interest is what we call our wiki. Are any of you familiar with Wikipedia out on the internet? Basically, it's a shared content. It's a shared encyclopedia. Wiki is Hawaiian for quick. I don't know what that means, but just impress you with that. And what a wiki is you take a topic that's of interest to people, and then everyone can kind of start contributing to it, contributing their pieces of information, their knowledge. So what we started is we started to build a Woodhaven wiki, to build the history of Woodhaven. Now, the history of Woodhaven has been written, I've seen books on it, going back, and it's been done very, very well. But what we're looking to build the history of Woodhaven is the living history, the history from the people that have lived in Woodhaven. And what we started with was we started with Jamaica Avenue because that's what people are familiar with. And we've got one end covered, basically this end of Jamaica Avenue covered. We're going to be working on the other end. And part of that has been to try and get, well, first of all, we got a page for every location, photograph of every location, and then what we're doing is we're trying to get the old pictures of each place. And what we've started to do, and I've got some handouts here, and please, before you go, please come over and take them, and maybe we can hand some out. What we've done is back in 1939 and 1941, between 1939 and 1941, New York City went around and took photographs of every building. They did it for tax purposes. And they've got all these pictures on file. So it's like if you want a picture of your house, this a couple of years ago, a friend of mine got this as a gift for me. I came in the mail and I opened it up, and there was a picture of the house we live in, 1941. And it's stunning when you see your house, years before you came into your family's tags. So that's where we got the idea. We said, we can go there and see if we can get the pictures of Jamaica Avenue. And we went into the archives and took a little bit of research, to get the lot numbers that go in there, and then they've got the microfilm machine. Each photograph costs $35. I ain't paying no $35 for this picture. But they do allow you to print out the picture when you're there. And it's just like 50 cents. Cheap. So what we do every once in a while is we go in there to the archives and we sit there for a while. And it's a tremendous feeling. The first time we did it, we were looking through this roll of film, and you got to remember the way they're not very organized. Okay, so when you're going through a roll of film, you're looking at houses, you don't know where you are. And all of a sudden I saw a store, and I said to my wife, I said, "That's Jamaica Avenue." Oh, I said, "No, it's not." This is actually one of my favorite stories because it's one of the few times I disagree with my wife, and it turned out that I was right. So we started looking through the next door, the next door, the next door, and we're looking, God, this can't be Woodhaven. Look at this. This doesn't look like Woodhaven. Yeah, it did. And then we got down to the last store on the block. And this is the one down on 86th Street. There's a little grocery on the corner. There's the train, the stairs, yeah, right, down by Pops, across the street from Pops and down, right at the corner. You got the trains, the stairway coming down.
85th Street.
85th Street, okay, right, okay. And right on the corner right there, that corner apartment, it's got like this round, it's like a rounded.
Oh, beautiful.
Right?
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's not right, as you're going down Jamaica Avenue, the block before you get to Skateros, right in that corner. Right at the corner, the apartment's just rounded. It's right next to the stairway up to the train station. Yes.
85th Street though.
Directly across the street from Montana Cleaners.
And what is it that it says?
So as I'm looking at the old picture, 1941, bingo. We saw those steps, we saw the rounded curve, and we knew exactly where we were. And then we went back through all the stores. And from there, that was it. Once we found that roll of film, we found about 30 different pictures. We went through it. Guess we've got about 100 pictures so far, and we got to keep on going back to the archives to get more. And it's just a fun trip into the city and looking for the old pictures and just seeing all the different things. I think the big thing, and I've got a picture in there of it, the one thing that we were going through was from Woodhaven Boulevard to 91st Street, going down where Carlos Pizzeria is, and you're coming down. We get to the middle of the block, and I was expecting to see Woolworths.
Oh.
And I was really sad, I wanted to see Woolworths. Not there. Even 1941, Woolworths wasn't there. It was a Kresge's. You know what Kresge's is nowadays? Kmart. That's what they became. As we're looking at these pictures, we get down to the corner where McDonald's is now. And what do we see in 1941? We see Woolworths.
College was there later on.
We were flipped out. Well, check it out, Woolworths was there moving. It's just fun looking back, trying to figure out what was here, what moved here. We do a little bit of investigating. One of the things is about communication. When you're communicating through the web, and the idea of our project is we're communicating with the people right now. But I think it's a little bit more. I think when I look at what went on, when I look at the old pictures, when you go down to Forest Parkway and you see the War Memorial, and I think the people took the time to raise money, to think to build that, put that up.
At Jackson Town?
No,
Forest Parkway.
Forest
Oh,
Parkway,
okay, that one,
Jamaica
yes.
Avenue. Forest Park Plaza.
With the French fries.
When you walk down Jamaica Avenue, when it gets near Christmas, and you get all excited because you see the lights went up. And you realize that, hey, someone came up with that idea years ago. Well, in a way, that's those people communicating to us. That's the love they felt for the community back then. That's lasted all these years. Part of what we're going to do with Project Woodhaven is we're documenting the past, we're documenting what's going on right now. And that's going to speak out to those that come after us, the future historians, who will come and look and see the love we have for this neighborhood.
Thanks, Ed.
Thank you.
I'm a big fan of history and genealogy and all that stuff. My wife will attest to the fact that she's probably heard more than she wants to know. But then I started looking up her family and found that her family came into the country around 1711. So history is really, we should learn from history. History tells us a lot about today and tells us a lot about tomorrow. So I applaud everything Ed and Ramon are doing, and we will contribute as much as we can and as often as we can. And I think we have some recording going on today, so there'll be parts of this, I'm sure, in the site in the coming days.